In Upper Norrland, Sweden's northernmost region, farming is challenging due to scarce arable land and a harsh, cold climate. As a result, much of the land is considered marginal. Despite these constraints, researchers and agricultural experts have launched an innovative initiative to make these marginal lands productive.
Well, I thought it could be interesting to look into some new crop up here, since the crops are limited here because of the cold weather. And then I heard about turnip rape, and since it's an oilseed crop, I thought it should be interesting to see if we can develop it to be used for producing biodiesel. We get so many products from this crop, so you don't have to produce biodiesel. You can choose to just produce the seeds and sell them as feed. You can produce the oil, you can produce pressed cake for animal feeds, so it's a flexible crop.
The project is based in Västerbotten and Norrbotten, where arable land is extremely limited, and farming is largely restricted to barley grass and hay, mainly supporting milk and meat production. Benjamin Bolhuna believes the pilot shows that turnip rape can be part of the solution.
There has been a trend of a long time that the main farming here is dairy, and that those farms are getting bigger and the smaller ones are closing down. But now we are in a phase where the decrease in numbers of farms is so extreme that we need to find some other solution to stop it, and to find maybe alternatives to produce other things than just milk and beef, to be less dependent on those markets.
To identify best practices, farming techniques and seed varieties have been tested in recent years at 2 sites. A farm near the town of Skellefteå and the Öjebyn Agro Park near the town of Piteå, where we met Erik Häggbom, Deputy Field Trials Officer at Hushållningssällskapet, responsible for carrying out the field tests.
Erik, where we are right now, what can we see here?
This is our sowing machine for the MarginUp project and other projects also. So we have turnip rape seed in this sowing machine, and the machine puts them in the soil around 2 centimeters down. Here are the seeds, and they're very small, and we use around 10 kilograms per hectare.
The initiative is part of the MarginUp project, an EU-funded program developing sustainable and circular value chains to produce bioproducts from natural raw materials through 7 pilot cases across Europe and beyond. In Sweden, MarginUp is coordinated by RISE, R-I-S-E, Research Institutes of Sweden. Hushållningssällskapet is responsible for cultivation and processing, while RISE Processum is optimizing biodiesel production. And then Ernst Express, sustainable road transport company, is supplying the biodiesel plant while testing the fuel in its trucks. Seeking a crop suited to the region and capable of boosting local agriculture, the experts turn to turnip rape, an oil seed that performs well in short growing seasons, and that can improve soil quality and productivity when rotating with cereals, acting as a cleaner crop because it is not susceptible to cereal diseases. It also contributes to flowering resources for the benefit of pollinators.
It's a good alternative because our normal crop rotation is 3 or 4 years of maize, and then it's 1 or 2 years of cereals. And if you could replace one of the years with cereals and grow turnip rape, for whatever use, if it's for biodiesel or for human consumption oil or just for selling the seeds, you would have an interesting third alternative crop in your system.
To extract the oil, turnip grape seeds are cleaned and pressed, while the remaining press cake is used to produce animal feed due to its high protein content.
This is the oil press, so the seeds are going from this box into this cleaning unit. Cleans the seeds, then it falls down in this part of the unit and goes down in these tubes to these oil presses. And the capacity is around 12 liters per hour for these 2 presses. Yeah, now it's starting, and after a while it starts to press oil. So far we have pressed around 3,500 liters. It's good if it's around 3 months to sedimentate in this step also. Then we get the really clean oil.
Once the oil has been extracted, it is transformed into biodiesel in the production unit installed in the Ojebyn agropark. During this process, glycerol is also produced as a second significant byproduct, which is utilized in experiments to evaluate its potential for biogas production. The biodiesel unit is housed in a container provided by Ernst's Express and upgraded by Rise Processum. The unit is fully equipped with all the tools and technologies needed to produce biofuel. Automation and optimization were key to reducing processing time and simplifying the operation of the system. Natalie Söderlind, Research and Development Engineer in Rise Processum, is at the forefront of this work.
I saw this black container, this tube, and it's like, okay, well, maybe I guess we have to change some valves, and it didn't feel like such a big thing. And then we came up with the idea after we test run it, and like, okay, this takes a lot of time, and this takes a lot of time. We should have this in 2 different containers so we can run it separately to speed up things. One idea led to another, and then we had all these different containers and weighing and adding and mixing and heating. So then it was like this 3D Tetris puzzle to get it all in.
The pilot aims to establish a circular and sustainable value chain that supports farm self-sufficiency and commercialization while reducing carbon emissions by producing renewable alternatives to traditional fossil fuels.
So the whole value chain, I think it looks very promising. You know, they have, I think, had a major breakthrough also in terms of the biodiesel production, and a nice collaboration also with the end user, which is the Ernst company, transport company here.
MarginUp project members recognize that farmers may initially be more interested in adopting the crop in rotation without producing biodiesel. Nevertheless, they believe local implementation will be possible in the near future.
We need to get farmers to start cultivating more turnip rape. The price of the competitive fuels, but it's not far from using other biofuels, but it's still a bit far from compared to fossil fuels. If you can't produce biodiesel and get it profitable, there you can sell the feedstock, you can produce oil or animal feed or whatever, so you can actually choose depending on price on the market.
Turnip rape could help reshape agriculture in northern Sweden and other cold regions, creating new economic alternatives while proving that sustainable farming is possible in harsh environments and placing them at the forefront of the green transition. MarginUp, raising bio-based industrial feedstock in marginal lands.